Greetings and good day. How are you all today? I am excited, like always, but for different reasons. Today we're not really doing that much of an adventure. We're not playing a game. We're not doing much else besides just relaxing and having a little bit of a celebration. This is probably going to be one of the shortest streams I've done, which is going to be like a half hour to an hour long stream where I'm basically just going to be discussing my plans for the future regarding both my streaming and my YouTube's content and stuff like that, and other random stuff, right? And streams that I intend to do in the future, and how I intend to stream and all that jazz, and how I intend to do my YouTube comment, my apologies, going forward. Today we're probably going to be listening to music for the entirety of it, just very lowly, while I communicate, and in the background I'm probably just going to be messing around in an art program called Rita, or Kirita. It's Krita, program that you could utilize for free. Of course, it has a premium version. This scene and this scene you see right here, I created both of those in that art program that I was just informing you about. But yeah, if you can hear that in the background, we're gonna be playing that music while we just shoot the shit basically and have a little bit of a celebration of sorts for the end of 2020 and the start of 2021. Greetings and good day, BTD. How are you today? Yeah, this is going to be a short one. I got myself, of course, if you're of legal age and all that, if you're having an alcoholic beverage at this time, drink responsibly and all that jazz. I'm doing good. I'm going to be spending New Year's with my family watching movies and that, so I'm probably only going to be live for like a half hour to an hour. But the main purpose is, like I was saying, of this stream is to basically just shoot the shit and mess around. Specifically, not playing a game, I'm going to be doing display capture and just messing around in Rita. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to, like, do squigglies as I communicate. So this might not be the most entertaining or interactive of streams. I'm going to be talking to chat, obviously. It's just a chill one. I will be streaming tomorrow for my normal time, which is at 8 p.m. Eastern time to, I don't know, 2 a.m. at the very least. This video is going to be going up tomorrow instead of what I had planned. But speaking of what I have planned, Minecraft? You know what? Yeah, I can probably do Minecraft soon. Probably right after I'm done with Cyberpunk. That'll be my next main game. I don't know where exactly I'm at with Cyberpunk, but I gotta be getting somewhat close to the end of it. Then again, I am doing 100%. But yeah, I will be doing Minecraft soon. I've been watching a couple people play through that game, and I've been getting excited for it. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just messing around in that art program while I discuss what I do have intended for both my streams and YouTube in the future. Starting with what I have intended to do with YouTube. With YouTube, I'm going to be taking like all my video content, be it video games or stuff like this. This is going to go up as one whole thing, but in the future, if I decide to do like an artwork thing, it'll probably be like a time-lapsed thing instead of what this is right here with my voice over top of a time-lapse thing. Like, say if I'm drawing an emote or I'm doing a more specific design for something like a scene, like a break scene or something like that, then it'll be a time-lapsed version of this while I talk over top of it. In the meantime, this is all live because I'm still in the learning phase, I guess you could say, of streaming and YouTube content. In the future, I'm going to have a video that goes up. The first video that I actually edited down to make it smoother, if you will, which is like a little tips video for Cyberpunk. But yeah, Well, that sucks, but you can still sell it. Like, you don't ever miss a holiday. You just miss out on certain traditional things you do during a holiday, right? You can still do those traditional things after the event or the holiday. It just doesn't have the same quote unquote feeling because it's done after the fact. And don't, like, it's all good. You always have next year, you can always do it after the fact, stuff like that. But specifically, so like, say if I do a stream that's 6 hours long, right? And the main game that I was playing for 4 of those hours was XCOM 2. And then with the other 2 hours being Let It Die. Well, the first part of that video, the 4-hour XCOM video, is going to be split up into 30-minute parts, right? So, like, it'll be broken up. Some things will be, like, some of my sentences might be interrupted because I'm not going to be really focused on editing. I'm just going to be focused on getting them separated into parts so they're more easily accessible. Because right now, not very many people will sit down and watch a 6-hour video, unfortunately. So I'm doing this in the hopes that more people will watch it just because it's a shorter video and then they can come back to it whenever they like. Of course, at any time you could be like, oh, I'm going to watch this 6-hour video and I can come back to it whenever I want. The problem is retention, audience retention will not last that long. It'll be only like 30 minutes and then they screw around and do something else. I know this for a fact because I do the same thing. There's certain streamers that I watch that upload their entire unedited stream up to YouTube. And even then, I can only sit down for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half at most before I watch a different video that's 5 minutes long or something like that. So I'm hoping that doing this will get more people to stop by just to see what's going on, be entertained, hopefully. Because like I said earlier, and always, that's my whole reason for doing this. I want to entertain people. That's not the only content I'm going to be making. During streams or on weekends, I'm going to be making YouTube videos, primarily revolving around like little tips and tricks for games that I'm currently interested in. For example, actually, this is perfect. I can pull up my YouTube studio. For example, as you can see, these are all my streams, 6 hours long, 4 hours long, almost 5, 6 hours long. This one's actually not, this is a lie, this is private right now because it's easier for me to upload from Twitch to here and then download the video from here to my PC and then edit it that way, like part it out that way. Where is it? Right here. This video, this 2-minute and 50-second video, how to get the $10,000 from the Militech data shard. Most views I think I've ever gotten on a video if you combine most of my other videos. This one, I'm interested in why it has 42 views. Is it because it's just tips, tricks, and other stuff? Honestly, that was my stream title from that video. And as you can see, it's an hour and a half long. I think all that has to take into account for how it's getting views, right? I think if it was 2 hours, it would have less views. But yeah, I'll do videos like this in the future as well. I actually have another one I worked on a while back. Where is it? Right here. Disassembled drinks for profit. I actually edited this video. It was 5 minutes, and I edited it down to 2 minutes and 39 seconds. So that'll go up probably over the weekend at some point. And the main reason for that is just to get different types of people to check out the videos. And like I said, that has helped out people. I know for a fact it's helped out people because a couple of the comments that I've gotten on those videos are saying as such. And that's awesome to me. So that's going to be another addition to YouTube. Aside from parting out my streams into smaller parts, like as you saw earlier, I was doing with these alien videos, right? This is actually from the first stream. These videos right here, and these are all in 30-minute parts, as you can see. Well, 29:50, right? And the way that I do that is I actually, well, man, mind you, I'm pretty lazy right now, so I use VSDC video, free video editor. and I'd put out the full VOD. Like after I download it, I put it on to, just for now, I'm not even going to save this. I put it onto this line right here, and then I'll move this over to the 30-minute marker, and I'll cut, and then I'll move it down, and I'll keep cutting it. And then I just make X number of new projects needed to fill out the video. And then I just slowly go to project 1, 2, 3, 4, and export said project. Sorry about how loud that was. But yeah, that's as much editing as I'm going to be doing on my streams for the time being. In the future, maybe in 2022 or 2023, I might start to edit them down and then part them out. I don't know if that'll ever happen. We'll see. But after the editing that I did on, which is not very good, on the disassembling stuff video I made, it's not very good editing. It's just short, simple, to the point, right? And it's pretty obvious where some of the cuts are made, but the point of these videos are to help people out, right? And if that helps them out, good. If not, oh well. Like, if they already knew about the information, that's cool too. Now, other things I have intended to do for YouTube, aside from that, may also be like, now as I was saying about the XCOM stuff, I'll part out the 4 hours of XCOM content into 30-minute parts. However, the intention I have to do with something like Let It Die is to split it up into runs. Now, what I mean by runs is, in Let It Die, there's a waiting room. The waiting room is like the hub where you do all your stuff. You do all your research, you buy all your gear, you get set up to go into the Tower of Barbs, right? This is going up on YouTube as well, BTD. But yeah, you're good. And when you go into the Tower of Barbs, sometimes a run can last from 30 minutes to 3 hours. My intention or my idea is to potentially split it up into like waiting room, a run through the Tower of Barbs, the waiting room, right? So like that's how the video will be set up, split up. So you could watch my setup if you want to watch my setup, and you can watch the run after that, or you can just watch the runs if you want to. Now, I don't know, like, this year, next year, the year of 2021 is basically the year of me experimenting to see what works the best for the type of content that I'm producing. If just splitting the video up into 30-minute or 20-minute parts is the better thing to do, or if splitting it up into sections like I'm going to do with Let It Die is going to be the better thing to do. Like, I'm just going to be doing a lot of experimentation and a lot of different types of videos next year. For streams, it's kind of a similar type of thing. I'm going to experiment with titles and see stuff like that. And I intend to start to try and stream longer than I do now, because I have this issue where my sleep schedule is pretty messed up. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to take advantage of my messed up sleep schedule just to stream longer. The hope is that in the future I will I will be able to get like 25 to 30 subscribers on regular for out, like, if every month I can retain 25 to 30 subscribers, that'll help me be able to stream earlier and longer, because I will have to do less off-stream stuff to be able to, like, pay for the internet and stuff like that, right? Because that in of itself will be paying for the internet. The hope to do this, to be able to do this for a living and be able to pay my rent and all that every month, is to get, like, what is it, 400, I think it was 424 subscribers consistent. Like, I think that might even be too much. I don't remember what my exact math was, but it was around the 400 number. Again, I don't think I'm going to be getting that next year. It'd be cool if I could get 10 consistent subscribers next year. But whatever I get is whatever I get. Regardless of that, I do intend to, like, have a main game and a side game. So my current main game is Cyberpunk 2077, where I'm doing a 100% playthrough of it, right? But the thing about it is that I don't intend to only play that game during my streams, because I got in this bad habit of, like, when I would get tired of a game. Now, that doesn't mean I'm done with playing the game forever and always. That's kind of like the idea of, man, I love eating carrots, but I've eaten carrots for 5 days in a row now and nothing but carrots, and I'm tired of carrots. I doubt I'd ever do a face reveal, but we'll see. Who knows? It depends. Basically, face reveal when I could afford the gear to get a face cam, basically. If I want a face cam, and I don't know if I want a face cam. Side game Minecraft? Maybe. We'll see. More than likely what will happen, just stick with me, BTD, is here's what would happen. My current main game is Cyberpunk 2077. I can play that for an average of 4 to 5 hours before I get tired of that game, of like, alright, I've had fun with it, and I'm gonna be excited to play it tomorrow, but for right now, I'm done playing it. So then I move over to a different game, like Let It Die. For the most part, Minecraft will be my next main game. Because a side game to me is something that's really grindy, something you can always go back to. To me, Minecraft is a thing that I want to, like, it's a more focus mode type of game to me, personally. But regardless of that, I do intend to broaden my horizons when I am streaming. So instead of, like, just doing 1 or 2, hours of a game, and I'm like, alright, I'm done playing this game, and then that ends the stream, I can do 1 or 2 hours of a game. Maybe I'm upset with the game and I want to play something different. I'll then play a different game, be it Minecraft or anything else. The reason I'm actually wanting to get into Minecraft again is because I've been watching speedruns of it. I've been trying to avoid the new content, so like every time I see someone that's like doing something different, I try and like get off the video so I don't spoil myself on anything that I'm not aware of, but that's really hard to do considering how many updates there's been in the game since I last played it. See, it's hard for, okay, I can have a schedule of when I go live. I go live at 8 p.m. EST EDT every weekday. That is Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, my hope is eventually I can go live at like 6 p.m. or I can go live at, we're missing some green, so let's get a green color. Maybe the earliest I would ever go live would be like 4 p.m., right? And then I would stay live until 2 a.m. Eastern Time. This is all Eastern Time. I apologize if you're at a different time zone, but as an ignorant American that lives in Ohio, that is the terminology that I'm going to be utilizing. That is not the color that I thought it would be. That's too dark. But yeah, it's easier for me to have a schedule of when I'm going to go live than what game I'm going to be playing, because I myself don't know how long it's going to take me to play a game. For example, when I was playing through Alien Isolation, a good game that I would recommend, I thought it would only take me 2 streams. It actually, yeah, I'm from the United States. I live in Ohio. That's why I'm currently doing this. Like, I'm doing this at 8:30 right now. Like, it's 8:30 right now, and I'm only going to be going for like another half hour at the most. Normally, I'd be playing a game right now, but I normally spend New Year's with my family watching movies and getting drunk. Currently drinking a alcoholic beverage right now. That's why I made my little disclaimer of, if you're of drinking age, drink responsibly. But yeah, oh, I had the music muted. Whoops. There we go. I'm like, wait, why don't I hear any other sound? Because I'm quiet right now and I should have background noise. Yeah, it's currently 8. What time is it right now? It is currently 8:19 p.m. my time. This is what my time is right now. So yeah, I normally go from 8 to like, at the very least, till midnight. I go for live for at least 4 hours a night. That's the main goal. If I go for any shorter, normally I feel like I've disappointed myself because I haven't gone that long. Like 4 hours, I can make it 4 hours a night. Tonight's different because it's a quote unquote holiday. But yeah, greetings and good day, Logical Beast. How are you today? You're 5 hours ahead. Yeah. So Happy New Year's to you. How has 2021 been treating you so far? So you're halfway across the world. Actually, no. Is that right? No, you're not. You're a quarter across the world. If you were halfway, you would be the next day. Time zones are a bitch, honestly. That music is way too recognizable. Like, I know what it's supposed to be DMCA safe, but as soon as that started to play, I was like, that bot's gonna wreck me. That music is way too. Wait a minute. Oh, that sucks. Ah, you're good. If you need to step away, that's all good. But yeah, I actually started doing my like half and half thing yesterday, where I played Cyberpunk 2077. I was getting ready to like, oh, I'm gonna go to my house and Cyberpunk 2077, then play a little bit of Let It Die. Well, as soon as I got into the elevator to go to my house, the game crashed. I was like, well, the game decided that was when we were gonna stop playing, so I'm gonna take a break and then play Let It Die. I put on Let It Die, which the last time I played it before yesterday was actually Sunday. And as I was playing it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fight the boss tomorrow. I'm gonna fight Crowley tomorrow. Well, tomorrow in the sense of the new year, January 1st. And I'm pretty confident I can beat him, because do none of these work? So these are weird ones. I need to figure out what those are used for. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like highlighting the colors. It's not... Okay. I need to save you. Oh, shit. Put that under a favorite for now. But yeah, you can probably tell that my ADD or whatever is active right now because my brain's going in 30 different directions and I can barely hold a Plus, here's what's really problematic. I can hold a good conversation when I'm high or drunk or getting buzzed. But the problem is, it's hard for me to continue that conversation after I lose my train of thought. And I can easily lose my train of thought because it's just, for some odd reason, a different train of thought occurs to me. And it's like, oh, this is more important than what you were talking about, even though what you were talking about is just as important. Anyways, okay, that's what I was talking about, Crowley. So I plan to beat Crowley tomorrow. And I'm pretty confident in my capabilities of doing that because I have a couple of those golden shrooms that allow you to do 300% damage on an attack. I have a couple of golden life shrooms. I have a lot of golden mushrooms, basically. I have a lot of snail shrooms. And I have other stuff that I am prepared for. Ooh, that's a cool little texture. So I'm confident in my abilities to use a tier 3 hammer and smash Crowley's head in. Aside from that, I got over what my YouTube was going to be, which is basically me just, instead of uploading the entirety of a stream, I'm going to part it out. I'm also going to put up little, like, tips and tricks videos that range from anywhere between a minute to 5 minutes. Oh, other things that I have intended for next year. Like, instead of just general stuff. Yeah, that's what my plan was. Tier 3 hammer and gold shrooms. That was what my plan was. There's no kill like overkill. But aside from the general stuff of like, oh, this is how I'm gonna stream, or this is how I'm gonna record stuff for the future, or whatever, specific stuff that I intend to do. I intend to get into Minecraft when they drop, specifically, might be earlier, but I specifically intend to dive into Minecraft when the caves and biomes update drops, right? Other things I intend to do is, there are a lot of mods that I've been researching for my hardcore playthrough of Grand Theft Auto. So, like, I want to make Grand Theft Auto 5 as difficult as possible, whilst making it realistic as well. So, some of the mods that I'm looking into are like, we need gas, we need food, we need water, we need rest, bullets do more damage. We will be in first person the entire time, to the point to where I'm going to get mods. There's actually mods that change the cutscenes to be in first person. I don't know how well they work, but we're going to test them out, and we're going to actually utilize said mods to see what exactly kind of experience we could have with a full... It'll be an entirely first person, no auto aim. The damage to vehicles will be a little bit more realistic. The vehicles will need gasoline. Our characters will need food, water, drink. Armor will be very important because of how much damage weapons will do to us. All kinds of stuff, right? Yes. Maybe. Tomorrow, what I'm gonna... No, actually, it depends. I might play Cyberpunk tomorrow, or all day it might be a Let It Die day. If I do play Cyberpunk, it'll probably be like 4 to 5 hours of that, and then 2 to 4 hours of Let It Die. Depends on, like, if I start playing and you see Let It Die, you know my main focus is gonna be Crowley. But more than likely, I'll probably play a little bit of Cyberpunk. Just mess around, because I'm doing it 100% in Cyberpunk right now. And I'm currently level 31. Max level is 50. So I've almost max leveled my character. But yeah, my intention is to beat Cyberpunk after 100%ing it, take a break for it. Yes, exactly. Food and Drink GTA Survival Edition. And it's all going to be in first person, which may be a little bit disorienting. So, but it will make it more difficult because you won't have the same advantage as you, like when you're behind cover and you're blind firing, you're literally blind firing. You have no idea who or what you're shooting at. So it's going to be a lot more difficult. The only thing I'm debating right now is whether or not I want to do additional challenges to where the only way that I could save it, in quotation marks, is by going to a bed and going to sleep and hard saving it like that. I don't think I'm going to do that because with the mods added in, the game could crash, and that would suck to lose an hour of progress to a crash. So I'm more than likely going to leave autosaves on and stuff like that. The reason I'm muting it is because I normally listen to the advertisements on Spotify myself. Oh, Captain Morgan. Hilarious. I'm actually drinking Montebello, twisted tea or whatever it's called. Not twisted tea. Whatever it's called. Anyways. That's one of the playthroughs I have intended for Grand Theft Auto, right? There's something called the Chaos mod. Have you ever heard of the Chaos mod, Logical Beast? If you have, well, I intend to do a full playthrough with the cutscenes of that. Of course, that's going to be a nightmare and a half. If you haven't, well, so Chaos mod. Well, hopefully nothing will pop up, but hold on. Actually, you know what? Oh no, not my stuff. Let's go to YouTube and look up Chaos mod. and we can show. Look, we can watch a video of it, right? Perfect example. I would highly recommend you watch Dark Viper AU. His content's kind of amazing. I want to see some. I don't want to. Jesus, of course it's gonna show all that. Where is? I need to see. Okay, I'm only gonna show a little bit of this. I don't want to like. I'm not trying to steal anybody's content, but you gotta go. Hope you have a new year. Ooh, that's loud. I hope you have a good year as well. But you see these right here? These effects? These are random mods that happen every 60 seconds. And the timer right there, is like a 1 minute and 15 second timer, right? So invisible vehicles, invincibility. Obviously, those mods are active for that timer. So, one hit KO, he gets hit once, he dies. This is the randomized one. The one that he's currently doing is where Twitch chat can decide what the mod is, right? I don't know which direction I'm gonna take with it. Oh god. 660% increase of views. The horror. Anyways. I don't know which direction I'm gonna take with Chaos Mod, but basically Chaos Mod is every 60 seconds, a random mod activates. Ooh, excuse me. A random mod activates, and that mod goes for a minute and 15 seconds or however long, however long you have it set for. Now, there's a different version where Twitch chat could vote on what mod they want to have active, and I'm tempted to have that one be the first run. But we'll see how it works out. And that's later down the line. That might not even happen this year. That's one that I have intended for this year, possibly, but we'll see. There's also a game called Terra Invicta that I have on my wish list. This game that I'm about to show y'all. Right here, Terra Invicta. It's supposed to come out next year. It's a game that I actually backed when it was on Kickstarter. It
as it
oh
builds
god.
An invasion fleet.
Watch this really quickly.
As commander of the resistance,
That's still loud.
You must recruit a council of leaders dedicated to protecting humanity from the looming alien threat.
Basically XCOM,
Councillors must
but way like an ocean instead of a lake, basically.
To secure alliances and employ both warfare and subterfuge to safeguard humanity as it moves into space. For victory will not be on Earth alone.
Is the volume on this good? Is it too low, too loud?
Explore a detailed
This right here. This, oh.
The solar system's planets, moons, and asteroids, and compete with other factions to harness the resources of these worlds.
You hear that? You hear that? What did that just say?
System's planets, moons, and asteroids.
Oh, no wonder why it's so loud. My headphone volume is turned all the way up.
And compete with other factions to harness the resources of these worlds.
Okay, hold on.
A hostile.
Hold on.
Alien force
How's
arrives
that?
in the outer solar system, sending infiltrators to subvert Earth's governments as it builds an invasion fleet.
Oh, whoops. Okay, third time's the charm. We're gonna put it at middle, and then I'm gonna press play.
Hostile alien force arrives in the outer solar system, sending infiltrators to subvert Earth's governments as it builds an invasion fleet. As commander of the resistance, you must recruit a council of leaders dedicated to protecting humanity from the looming alien threat. Councillors must contend with shifting political conditions to secure alliances and employ both warfare and subterfuge to safeguard humanity as it moves into space. For victory will not be on Earth alone. Explore a detailed model.
It almost sounds like this game's gonna have it to where you have to kind of have a, like, fight a war on Earth to even attempt to do a war against these
of
aliens.
the solar system's planets.
This is a game I'm going to get lost in. I spent 600 hours total in XCOM 2. I would not be surprised if I get that amount of time in this game.
Moons and asteroids.
And look at this. We can screw with the entirety of the solar system, of our solar system.
Compete with other factions to harness the resources of these worlds, with the ultimate goal of constructing a fleet to defeat the alien invaders. Establish mining outposts.
Very simple. It looks like a very simple, what's the word I'm looking for? Graphical style design. But for me, games like this are the best, right? Very simple, graphically designed games like this. We'll watch the rest of this, but I also want to say, games that are simply designed like this with graphics mean they have a lot more oomph in them. Like Dwarf Fortress, Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Those types of games are very, very graphically low. Like, their graphics are like pixel style graphics. Like, they suck if you compare them to Grand Theft Auto. However, the world building and stuff like that is 10 times better than Grand Theft Auto.
To extract the raw materials your forces will require. Build and upgrade space stations to develop new technologies and expand your industrial capacity. Defend your assets while deploying your fleet to combat.
This makes me, like, metaphorically aroused. Nose weapon, hull weapon, utility mods, radiators, battery, power plant, drive, armor. You hand pick all this shit and you do, like, oh, yes.
Hostile human factions
I love shit like this.
and alien forces.
And look at the design. The design's what you could classify as, like, quote unquote very realistic. Like, it's not a spaceship that's gonna just take off of Earth. It's like like a rocket looking spaceship.
Command warships in battles where
This, I have no fucking idea what it is, but it makes me excited.
momentum and maneuver
Games like this are like, yeah.
are
Oh
keys
yeah.
to victory
Right up my alley.
and preserve the independence of humankind.
That's so cool. It almost reminds me of, like, Stellaris, you know? How the space battles in Stellaris, or Stellaris, however you want to say it.
Terra Invicta, a grand strategy alien invasion game.
So the only reason I actually backed this game is because it was made by Pavonis Interactive. I'm gonna follow them, actually. Pavonis Interactive is the company that made the Long War mod for XCOM. Alright? That's the only reason I backed it, because of how quote-unquote trusted they are. Another game like Dwarf Fortress, it's not yet out. It's hold on. Where's the search bar? Right here. Dwarf Fortress is out. Like, you could actually play Dwarf Fortress right now. If you look it up on Google, it's on the Ludin forums or whatever. Or the Bay 12 forums. But this is what Dwarf Fortress is. Right? That's the creator right there. Awesome dude.
We're back to discuss...
He's currently making this version, which actually has an official tile set. Normally you have to get your own tile set and stuff like that. But, like, you can tell exactly what this is. Normally it would be something called ASCII graphics, right? ASCII graphics are like symbols to represent everything. Like, this would be a B, this would be a T, this would be a D, right? And I do intend to play this game on stream whenever it comes out, whenever it officially comes out on Steam. I'm definitely going to play this game. This game is going to be... There's a lot of games that are like... I'm passionate about, right? That are very low graphically, in quotation marks, but very high in intensity, if you will. And those are the types of games where I may end up accidentally spending 12 hours a stream playing them, because I've accidentally spent 18 hours playing Dwarf Fortress one time, and I'm saying accidentally because I mean literally. I sat down, I started playing Dwarf Fortress, I lost track of time, and 18 hours later I was like, oh, I should get something to eat. Whoops. Mind you, this was years ago when I was still in high school and it was the weekend and I could get away with doing shit like that. Nowadays, if I tried to do something like that, I would probably fucking collapse. It's amazing how, as you get older, your body starts to change to a level to which you're not used to when you were younger. Do I have, like, this is where it starts to peter out and I may actually start to get ready to end the stream, because I really don't have anything else to talk about. I've already talked about everything I intend to do, the major playthroughs I intend to do. I mean, hold up. Another thing that I intend to do is, where is it? Right here. So, I'm going to quickly go through the games that I've gotten. All these games you're about to see, I have gotten, and I've not spent a single dime on them. This is Epic Games that I've gotten for free. I'm going to go as slowly as I can while showing all the games that I can show. I've gotten every single one of these for free. 15 of them came from Epic Games' 15 days of free games. If you still want to utilize some of the free games, you can still do that. Because today's free game is Jurassic World Evolution, which I do intend to play in the future. Right? Like, I intend to go back to some of these games that I've played in the future. Remnant from the Ashes, I intend to beat. I haven't even beaten that game yet, and it's pretty fun still. It's been a while since I last played it. Definitely want to check out Ark. Definitely want to check out Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The Batman series, of course. And I've never played a Lego Batman game, but there was a day where all three of the Batman Arkham series were free, as were the Batman Lego games. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just get them. I'll get them all and I'll play them sometime in the future. Both Darksiders games. Like, all these games you're seeing here, I do intend to play in the future. I don't know if I'll get back to them next year. This game I'm done with. I was checking it out a while back, and it doesn't hit me like it used to. Hitman, I played a little bit of that before. I want to beat that game. Kingdom Come Deliverance is another game that's up my alley. A lot of these games I've gotten, and I at the time I had no interest in. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna play them though. I'm gonna check them out at some point. Like this kind of shit, it burns me. Seeing this upsets me to no end, due primarily to the fact that I can't stand owning games I've never played. So in the future, there's gonna be some days or some months where I just play one game on a day to check it out, and if I don't like it, I don't go back to it, but if I do like it, I will go back to it. Are there any other games that come to mind? Aside from Dwarf Fortress? Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. But, yeah, that's more whatever. So this is basically a good aspect of what my brain is. I've literally not been paying attention to what I've been doing, for the most part, on this art thing. I've just been clicking different tools and going, oh, this looks cool, let's put this, slap this down, let's do a color here and slap this down. This is primarily like to distract me, to keep my hands busy as I'm talking. Is there anything else that comes to mind? Other streams I intend to do in the future revolve around stuff like this kind of stuff. So say, like I said, like I may have alluded to earlier, in the future when I'm doing like my scenes example A, like the starting soon scene or the end stream scene. I did this scene you see here, and this scene you see here. I did all of that in Krita, right? And as time progresses, I think I'll become a better artist and I'll be able to make cooler designs and stuff like that, which I have gotten better because I even did my emote. Where's my, how do I do, where's my thing? Hold on. This. The emote that you see right here, that, I did that in Krita as well. I actually really like that emote now that I'm looking at it like this. I really like it. It's not the best emote, but it looks pretty good to me personally. Anyways, what I was alluding to is I intend to do like creative type streams like that in the future as well. So like when I'm making a scene, be it a just chatting scene or whatever, I'll intend to stream it as well. And those will probably be Saturday or Sunday specials. Hell, I also intend to potentially in the future, like when I make little tips and tricks videos, maybe I'll edit them on stream as well. We'll see though. God, it's a mess. You could basically screenshot, hold on. How do I... Let me save this really fast. Save it as a PNG. I need to get rid of that and change a looking for game scene. We'll save it here. And what do I want to go to? I want to go to... Just save it as J. It's saved as J. Because I want to go here. I want to go to desktop. I want to go here. I want to go to scenes. I want to go J. My brain, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, you know what? When just messing around in an art program and just letting my brain take the wheel and me just chatting, this is apparently what comes to mind. So if you think about my brain, this is what's going on in my brain. Pretty chaotic, yeah? Yeah. That was literally me just making a short little video I'm going to be posting up on YouTube. Just for shits and giggles, because why not? Anyways, it's been about an hour. Yeah, exactly. My brain is just all over the place. Literally, it's chaotic. It sums up what my brain is doing, though, you know? The different paths that it goes on. Like, it tries to follow this path right here, but obviously, look at how many roadblocks this path has right here. The word I was trying to go for was path. But yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. I'm actually like, this is weird, okay? Alcohol makes me tired. Pot awakens me, right? Now, I decided to, the only time that I've ever mixed the two is on New Year's, and I haven't yet smoked any pot. I probably am not going to because I would be absolutely useless. Like, if I were to right now take a hit, I would be completely useless in a conversation. I'm barely useful right now, and I've just drank a whole glass of my alcohol. And I know I can retain my liquor pretty well because last year on my New Year's celebration, not my New Year's celebration, last year on July 4th, which every July 4th is my streamiversary celebration because I started streaming on July 1st. So I figured for shits and giggles I would do the celebration on July 4th because you can possibly hear fireworks going off in the background, and I could make the joke every year. You hear those fireworks? Yeah, I set those up, right? Like that kind of a joke. Last year on stream I drank a whole bottle of Montebello, that the thing I linked in the Discord, I drank not a whole bottle of that, the half bottle of that basically, because that's a full 1.75 liter, and I drank a 750 milliliter bottle of that. If I drank that, I could probably do it. I'm not going to, but I could probably do it and not have any adverse effect. It would probably be the only thing that could give me a hangover, though. Anyways, I got so fucked up drinking that whole bottle, I was singing The Wheels on the Bus. Or no, I was singing We All Live in a Yellow Submarine. Anyways, it's been a little bit of a convoluted route to communicate about what I intend to do for next year regarding my YouTube and Twitch. But for Twitch, it's pretty much going to be more of the same. Just a little bit more of a variety of gaming every day that I do stream. For the most changes are actually going to come regarding YouTube, where I'm going to experiment more about how to reach the most people. Right? Like, I'm gonna throw this up, and I'm just curious to see how many views it could potentially get when I've literally done nothing, right? Yeah, no, that's how my brain does. Plus, you add alcohol to the mix, and this is what pisses me off. I'm buzzed right now, right? Like, I'm not drunk. I've been drunk. This is me being buzzed. I would not get in a car behind a wheel and drive, aside from the fact that I don't have a driver's license, but I definitely wouldn't do that after drinking as much as I have drunk or drank, and I'm only buzzed. And yet there are motherfuckers who would be blackout drunk and get in a car and try and drive. Don't do that. If you're listening, no matter what year you're listening in, no matter what you're doing, if you're planning on taking a drink of alcohol, have a plan to get home without you being behind the wheel or one of your companions who may or may not have also been drinking. Just don't do it. Do not risk your life. Do not risk the lives of other people. That is your public service announcement. But yeah, that's basically been my ramblings of New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Yes, it endangers lives, whether the drivers, other drivers, or even pedestrians. Plus, they do not fuck around with DUI charges. But yeah, that's basically been my rambling for the end of 2021 and my intentions for the new year. Also, see, the way that I'll tell you what my New Year's resolution is. The way that I do New Year's resolutions, I don't do them like, oh, I intend to do this, or I do New Year's resolutions that are reasonably realistic. So next year, I intend to every week, because I'm a fan fiction writer, I like writing fan fiction. I intend to take all my paper notes, which is about 2 foot thick of paper. Like, and I'm talking about, like, you know those journals you get for high school that you write in your notes for? Like 2 foot thick of those, completely filled up with notes on fan fictions. My goal is to get all those transferred to Google Drive. I don't know if I'll ever do like a creative stream where I'm working on my fan fiction chapters on stream, but that's stuff that I do intend to do in the future, and potentially maybe in the future I'll do a dramatic reading of my own fan fiction. Oh my god. Whatever. What else is there? I do have a couple things planned, like special things planned for the future, but those are things that I'm probably not going to discuss too much. Long story short, what they basically are is on certain days, randomly, I don't know when, if ever, they'll happen. I intend to have some of my family members up here either watching me play a game and communicating, or playing the game themselves. Specifically, one of the things I think would be the most hilarious thing you've ever seen in your entire life is my mother playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I'll just let that sink in for a minute. My mother's 53, by the way. And she actually enjoys playing that game. She can't play it well, but she loves to play it. Is there anything else on the list of stuff that I have intended for that comes to mind? Honestly, no. I pretty much said my piece on what I have intended. Alright, so basically, the review. This year has been a learning experience for streaming. And you doing YouTube. I intend to take my knowledge and make certain changes in the future to hopefully get more people to come by and to get more members of the community, you know? Like, to just join up, communicate, have a good time, you know? Be able to sit back and relax and not have to worry about saying the, like, politically correct things, you know what I mean? Like, you could say whatever you want to say here, and you have leeway. Well, whatever you want to say within reason. There's certain things that I will not fucking stand for. But, anyways, yeah, that sucks. I do wish you luck in that endeavor. Oh, I appreciate that, Beast. I really do. I need to... Yeah, I appreciate that. Give you thumbs up as well. Not like I literally held my thumb up for a second. That moment of silence after I said I appreciate that was literally me holding my thumb up like you could see it. I don't have a face cam. I might not ever have a face cam. We'll see though. It's one of those things where the problem for me with a face cam, I don't care if people know what I look like, right? The whole issue for me with a face cam is more along the lines of when I put a face cam up there, people will expect me to have a face cam. And I don't want to have that expectation there, you know? I just want to be able to have people come up and just chill. And also, I personally think a face cam takes away from people's focus, right? It's a weird thought process to have, but everyone's different. Some people do their face cam and they like it. I personally may never have a face cam. I made the joke one time of potentially having like a VTube rig. I probably won't ever have something like that either. I'll probably just be... You'll probably know what I look like, but anytime I stream or I'm on YouTube, I'll just be a voice that you hear in your head. Yeah, avatars are fine. Honestly, it was a joke, but it's also me being serious. I made a comment of, if I ever did something like that, it would probably be an avatar of some description. But yeah. It'll more than likely just be me talking. What's really funny is, for the most part, I don't think I sound like how I look at all. I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, got facial hair, got hair that goes down to my mid-back, and I sound like I sound. What's really funny is, good news, because of how jarring people's voices sound to them, a lot of the time people will say they dislike their own voice. I've gotten out of the habit of saying that because disliking anything about you that you cannot change, I think is a negative thing, right? Like, if you can change something about yourself that you dislike, then change it. Work, do research, figure out what you need to do to fix it, and fix it. Or do what you want to do to change what you dislike about yourself. For me, I have actually started to force myself to listen to my voice through my streams, like when I'm editing stuff, or, well, editing in quotation marks, basically, when I'm looking through stuff and looking for certain things that I want to clip or something like that. I forced myself to listen to my voice and go, it's you, it's not that bad, right? Like, when I listen to myself, it's so jarring to hear myself speak. I do not, like, it takes me a minute to go, wait, that's me speaking? When I first heard myself, you know what I mean? I have no idea where this tangent went. I've gotten through a whole glass of my alcohol, and I'm going to go get a second glass. But that will be off stream, because I'm going to wrap up here. I've been on for an hour and 10 minutes, or thereabouts. For about 30 minutes, I've literally been staring at my great artwork. Who wants to buy it? $10. Start and bid. Go. I'm rolling my eyes as I say that. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for me, I think. Yep, that's gonna be it for me. This is why I don't normally drink or smoke on stream, because it takes... Like, I can handle my alcohol, I can handle my liquor, I can handle smoking pot. The thing is, I can't really handle doing that and trying to hold a straight conversation about, like, one subject because of how my brain works. My brain's in 1,000 different spots at once, right? So, like, I'm literally thinking about how I'm going to be fighting Crowley tomorrow, while I'm also thinking about what I'm going to be possibly doing in Terra Invicta, which is a game that hasn't even come out yet. And what characters I'm going to rename. Like, that's all the stuff that I'm thinking about right now. And I'm trying to hold a conversation about what I intend to do next year. And I've already gone over that. Like, within the first 30 minutes of this stream, I went over everything that I needed to go over. The rest of it has been literally me just rambling. Honestly, it's kind of been like a vent to just talk about the hype for next year, because this year has been so shit. And yeah, just I've had, like, everybody, sure, there's been moments that I've had a blast in 2021, right? Like, there's been a certain couple of days where I had the best time of my life. But for the overall scheme of things, 80% of this year has literally been like trying to drink your own piss after you've chugged 20 gallons of something that makes your piss taste bad. I don't know. That metaphor fucking got way off. I'm done. I'm out. Oh shit. Well, that's I'm glad to hear it that you're okay. But here's what I hope you're still, like, being safe and all that jazz, even though you've already gotten it, because as you've no doubt heard, the virus has started to evolve in certain situations, and kind of like how the flu works, you could probably get the evolved version of COVID, and that could have an adverse effect on you. So I do hope you're still being safe and all that jazz. But I'm very glad that you beat the shit out of that shit. For someone like me, I can't get it. I haven't really had any adverse effects from my asthma because I've been exercising and stuff like that. But if I were to get that, it'd probably fuck me up at the very least. So I give you thumbs up, Beast, for being a beast. I give whoever else is listening to this thumbs up. I wish you all a very merry 2021, and I will probably be doing something similar to this in 365 days. So until next time, take care. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Let's do this, because this is the thing that I'm proud of. This is the art thing that I'm proud of. So until next time, take care, and have a good one. This is King Tombs, 456, signing out. See you all next year. Bye-bye!